Hi, I'm Erica. My Tumblr name is Soul Vibe, and this is my vlog for the day. Today I'm going to be kind of talking about something that's been swirling in my mind recently. All my thoughts on this topic really aren't fully developed, but I just kind of wanted to get them out there and actually get some input from you guys about how you feel about this whole topic. I'm going to kind of be talking about today the notion of white savior complex. And it's always been something interesting to say about white savior complex. I'm not sure if you guys know about it, but I feel like it falls in the whole category of white guilt, where, white people feel collectively or individually messed up about something racist or some racist tendencies, actions, beliefs, or something of their ancestors or people of today, and they want to just right all the wrongs of history, and they want to be down with all the causes, but they go about it in tragically wrong ways. And I don't know if you guys have noticed in the last few years, I feel like there's been a big insurgence of it with the whole Coney 2012 and the Big Tom's campaign, which are in their own ways they're trying to help, but it's not working in the right ways. It goes wrong so fast. And I have a few kind of reasons or theories of why it goes wrong. And I'll start off with, I think it gives people the wrong sense of they're doing right. Because I've heard some people saying, oh, I feel so good when I spend $60 to go buy a pair of Toms, and it's going to one of those poor children in the underdeveloped countries, and blah, 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 blah. When the whole time they don't research the organization they're giving to, they don't know how much of the proceeds go to this organization, they don't really understand one for one and stuff like that. And it ends up with them feeling like they're, out there saving the world, when at the end of the day, no, that's not happening. I also think that white savior complex is messed up because it overlooks larger problems. Because, I mean, there was the whole Coney 2012 thing happening last year, where people wanted to just go in and take out Coney. And what was that man's name? Jason Russell or something like that? I forget the whole Coney guy who made the documentary or something. He was like, oh yeah, we gotta go in there and we gotta get this man Joseph Coney out. But how many people watching the videos know about African policy, or our America's views on foreign policy to Africa? What aid are we going to be able to send in? What people can be sent in there to help these children and do all this and do all that? And it's like you're looking at one problem, yes, but I mean, there's a whole lot of societal things that one person just can't handle by themselves. There needs to be, policy changes and stuff like that. And honestly, leaving people of that country and of that area to do things alone is kind of better than you trying to go in there and put in your own views and stuff like that, because it doesn't work. Like, honestly, if I was an African person, I would be so leery of white people trying to come in and help me. I wouldn't open up the door for them. Like, come on now. No, I kid, partially. But there's been so much exploitation of the continent of Africa, and of course, you know about colonialization that's happened and the flawed things that have happened from, that whole European ideology of saving people. We know how that went wrong in a number of ways. So I honestly think that these organizations go for the symptoms but don't want to address the problems, don't know how to address the problems, don't have the resources or means to address the problems, so it just comes off looking wrong. I mean, the same thing happens with the whole campaign. They're trying to give all these kids shoes and stuff like that, but why don't they have shoes in the first place? Like, what are the overarching problems that may need solving that you are ill equipped to solve? And you want to say that, oh yeah, we're out here helping these people doing this and that, but you're not giving these people jobs to build your shoes. You're outsourcing all of these jobs and stuff like that to China, so we can have little kids working in sweatshops, and then send the shoes to Americans and they buy the shoes, and then the money goes and benefits those people. What? And I just I have problems with that as a whole. And I just honestly think that white people, when they try to do these things, they just go about it the wrong way, and they go into it with the wrong mindset, and it actually ends up harming the people more and exploiting them more. Because I mean, when you have these it's kind of a tricky matter, but when you have like these documentaries and stuff like this going into these people shooting these malnourished children, it's like, okay, you're telling their story, you're doing this and you're doing that. But there's a lot of people who go into these countries in Africa or across the world and just want to play that sympathy card and exploit people at the end of the day. Because if you've ever looked, when the whole Coney 2012 thing hit, I pulled up, the audit on tax returns. Like 60% of their proceeds goes into video making. So if more than half of your proceeds goes into video making, what's left for the kids, or what's left for stopping Coney and stuff like that? And it's like, honestly, you're exploiting people's white guilt, basically. That they want to go out there, they want to help these people, but they're going about it the wrong way, which is something that, it needs fixing, but I don't know. So, I mean, if you're a white person and you do feel bad about issues, like, there are different ways to go about it. You don't have to hop on the newest campaign to help these people, and you shouldn't be out there feeling like you're Superman for buying a pair of shoes. Honestly, no. So, I mean, that's kind of my thoughts. I know there's a whole lot to be said about this issue, and, I'm still growing in my thought about this myself, because there's a lot I really want to say about this, but I'm still working on articulating it better. So, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on, white guilt and white privilege. Sorry if this isn't so cohesive as I want it to be, but things happen. So have a lovely day. Again, I'm Erica. Feel free to hit me up if you have any thoughts on this. Peace and love, guys. Peace.